Good morning, everybody. This is Christina Campbell and Pamela Hyen, and our subject this morning is healthy bones. This is the Prevention Plus series. It's first in a series of PowerPoint presentations that Pamela and I are putting together with the blessing of Terry Seacrest, of course. And we're kind of excited about this. We've worked hard on it. Well, Pam has worked the hardest. And we'll just see what you think of it. We'll ask you for your opinion after we get done. There may be some things that we want to add or whatever, but just pay attention, and we'll see where this goes. So these are some of the things that we're going to learn this morning. The importance of bone health, how bacteria and pathogens can affect your bone health, what inflammation is and how it affects bone health, how to support and strengthen your bones, and how to control and eliminate pain. So that gives us a lot to think about. First of all, our skeleton is the human body's foundation. The skeletal system is what keeps your body in shape. It protects your vital organs, such as the heart, brain, and lungs, and it enables you to move. All the cells of the immune system are initially derived from the bone marrow. Let's talk about a couple of diseases. Rheumatoid arthritis is one of them. This is an inflamed synovial membrane lining. It causes swelling and thickening of the joints. We've got a nice picture here of a normal joint and then that bone and cartilage erosion with swollen joint capsule and inflamed joint synovium. Factors that aggravate this condition are deficiencies of minerals and other nutrients. There are microbes, bacteria, that type of thing, and toxins, and of course a lack of water. One of the ways that you can tell if you have a lack of water is take your thumb and forefinger and grab the skin on your forearm and kind of pinch it up. And if you let go and that skin tense, T-E-N-T-S, if it makes a little tent, it takes a little bit of time for that skin to kind of snap back, then you definitely have a fluid, lack of fluid in the body. I know I was down at my mom's this weekend for a family reunion this last weekend, and I tested my mom, and sure enough, I mean, she's 80, and she says she drinks plenty of water, but she had some tenting going on. So, you want to check that. You want to make sure that you're not suffering from lack of fluid or lack of water intake. The next disease that we want to talk about is osteoarthritis, which is a breakdown of cartilage. This is where the joints rub together. It can be very, very painful. Happens a lot in the knee joints. Factors that aggravate this condition is repetitive action, especially if there's a lot of excess weight, causing those joints to be pressed together. Again, bacterias, microbes, and toxins, and lack of water. Osteoarthritis. Now, some people are under the false impression, that these arthritises are part of your life once you get diagnosed. And I will argue that point, especially since when I was active duty Army in my 40s, I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis of a 55-year-old. And I had a lot of neck pain. I had a bone spur on my vertebrae that had to be removed. And it seemed like it was just getting worse and worse. Well, when I finally shifted with the oils, started using Young Living products, I literally got rid of all the pain, and I've had x-rays since then, and there's no sign of arthritis. I also had the cartilage removed on one of my knees. I think it was like in 1980. Maybe in the 70s, maybe 1976. I know it was when Elizabeth was really little, my youngest daughter. So Anyway, it was bone on bone, and since then, I believe that my body has been able to uh, rebuild, if you will, that cartilage, because I have no trouble with that bone and that joint in my right knee. I don't feel the bone on bone rubbing together anymore. Now, there are very few capillaries and, you know, things that would bring blood and nutrients in that area. So it does take a while to rebuild because nutrients don't get there very readily. But I believe that if you use proactive measures, if you use measures that will enhance your uptake of nutrients, that your body does have the ability to heal itself and to rebuild even cartilage. Okay, so another dis-ease is osteoporosis, and this is bone density loss, bone weakness, bone fractures. You won't necessarily get symptoms of osteoporosis. In other words, you won't feel it. It affects weight-bearing joints. People who you hear the elderly breaking a hip. Normally, what has happened is the hip broke and they fell. It wasn't that they fell and they broke their hip. The osteoporosis, as you can see in this far right picture, causes the bone to not have the hardness. It gets very weak. So factors that aggravate this condition are prolonged calcium and protein deficiencies, low progesterone, trauma, and up to 60% is caused by genetic factors. I will also say that the larger majority of osteoporosis is in women. There's only about 5% that of men that are affected, and about, I think it's up into like 60% of women can be affected. So it's really quite a large percentage, and it's because we're not getting calcium that's really readily assimilable. You know, the uptake of our calcium is is lacking. Our foods are not as calcium rich as they used to be either. Okay, so here's another disease, scoliosis and kyphosis. It's a growing amount of scientific research shows that certain microorganisms lodge near the spinal cord and can contribute to deformities. Dr. Terry Friedman, who is a medical doctor out of Westminster, Colorado, stated that these essential oils truly represent a new frontier of medicine. They have resolved cases that many professionals have regarded as hopeless, and I'm assuming that this particular quote had something to do with scoliosis. Am I right, Pam? Oh, I have her muted, so that's okay. Another disease that we may have heard of is degenerative disc disease. I run into a lot of people who have been diagnosed with this. This is where discs become brittle. There's a loss of resiliency. There's lower back pain and neck pain. Factors that aggravate this condition are obesity, smoking, and again, lack of water. I would also probably add lack of stretching. You need to stretch the spine in order to give those discs, good room and blood circulation into that disc area. Let's talk a little bit about inflammation. What causes inflammation? Actually, inflammation is the #1 cause of disease. So the diseases that we were talking about earlier, usually the culprit is inflammation. It starts with inflammation. It can occur any time that we have an acute injury, emotional stress, or some type of foreign invader such as bacteria, virus, or even a toxin in the body. This initiates the inflammatory cascade of chemical events creating chronic inflammation, tissue damage, as we saw with the degenerative disc disease, and also of the osteoarthritis, and cell death. So we want to enjoy healthier bones. Building strong bones. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, diet, and in the cause of and prevention of disease. This was quoted by Thomas Edison. Even the healthiest diets need to supplement their intake of vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and of course antioxidants. The first product that we'd like to talk about this morning, a Young Living product, is MegaCal. MegaCal improves muscle function, it strengthens the bones, it enhances cellular repair. So if you have damaged cells, whether it be in cartilage or bone cells, you're going to want to think seriously about supplementing your diet with MegaCal. It's a high-powered calcium and essential mineral complex. It's antibacterial, and remember, inflammation can be caused from microbes or bacterias, and it prevents DNA mutation. You'll notice that it has 4 different types of calcium in it. It also has 3 different types of magnesium, and calcium and magnesium work together. It also contains the essential oil of lemon. The next product is BLM. BLM stands for bones, ligaments, and muscles. It rebuilds damaged joints and cartilage. It combats arthritis, inflammation, and pain. And it builds bones, ligaments, and muscles. I want to say a little bit about BLM that's not on this slide. It has glucosamine, and I'm sure many of you have heard of glucosamine. It's a very, very good supplement for adding to cartilage, and it's very good for the pain of arthritis. Also, it has MSM in it, and MSM is extremely good for fighting inflammation. It has the oils of Idaho balsam fir, which is good as an anti-inflammatory, wintergreen anti-inflammatory, and clove, which is an anti-inflammatory, and also the highest antioxidant oil on the planet. I'd like to talk just a little bit about Progessence Plus for women. Remember, I said that the incidence of osteoporosis is higher in women than in men. Progessence Plus was created for women only. It is a product that will balance the progesterone and estrogen in the body. It's all natural. The progesterone actually is a natural progesterone, which comes from wild yam. It's in a liquid form, so they call it micronized, and the uptake is within seconds. It's recommended that you put it on the neck area. It's blended with vitamin E. It has the essential oils of frankincense and bergamot, and peppermint. Essential oils for optimal absorption, penetration, and penetration through the skin. Limonene from frankincense and bergamot, and menthol from the peppermint oil can enhance the uptake. It can be used by all females over the age of 12. You apply 2 to 4 drops twice daily on the neck area, and for added effect, apply 1 to 2 drops along the forearms twice daily. Does not need to be rotated on different areas of the body or cycled throughout the month. Progesterone creams extracted from wild yam. In the past, we were told to take it for, rub it on the body, on the soft tissue for 21 days, and then stay off it for 7 days. That's not the case with Progessence Plus. So Progessence Plus is very, very effective for combating osteoporosis, and that's why we've included it today in this presentation. Another product that we'd like to talk about is SuperCal. SuperCal is another calcium that Young Living has created. It's a calcium, potassium, and magnesium complex. This also builds healthy bones, teeth, muscle, and collagen production. It improves muscle and bone development and bone density. So I would probably say that if you had healthy bones and you wanted to maintain healthy bones, you're a young, athletic type, then you would probably do Mega Cal. And if you were concerned about osteoporosis, you would take Super Cal. This also restores electrolyte, hormonal balance, and growth hormone production. It prevents strokes and high blood pressure. It has one kind of calcium in it, calcium citrate. It has magnesium, potassium chloride, manganese, boron, and zinc citrate. It also contains the oils of lemongrass, which helps to lower blood cholesterol, wintergreen, which is anti-inflammatory, marjoram, which is good for the heart, also for smooth muscle, and that's why it improves the muscle and bone development, and myrtle. Myrtle helps balance hormones by supporting the thyroid. The next product that we'd like to talk about this morning is longevity, and I was talking to Pam this morning about if I had to give up all my Young Living supplements, which ones would I not give up? And I started to say 1, and then I had to say 2, and then I had to say 3, and then I had to say 4. So this is one of the 4 that I would not give up. This is probably the most important, one of the most important supplements that I take. Longevity prevents damaging effects of aging, diet, and the environment. It protects DHA levels, and DHA is a nutrient that supports the brain function and cardiovascular health. It promotes healthy cell regeneration. It supports the liver and the immune function, and it's highly antimicrobial. So it will kill that bacteria that may be attacking those bones. There's more to be said about longevity. The primary benefits, these are the oils that are contained in longevity: thyme, clove, orange, and frankincense. So let's look at each one of them separately. Thyme oil protects the healthy DHA levels, which is a nutrient that supports the brain function and the cardiovascular health, like we mentioned earlier. The clove oil is nature's strongest antioxidant, and it is a very rich source of eugenol, and eugenol is a pain killer. It actually kills pain. Clove oil. It's used in our toothpaste. It's used in thieves' oil. It's, they used to use clove on gums because of the eugenol. It also contains orange oil, 90% D-limonene, which not only promotes healthy liver function, but we know that D-limonene has been shown in over 50 studies to reduce cancer cells. It also has frankincense oil in it, which supports cell health and immune function. And this particular supplement it's called enteric coated. It's a precision delivery system that releases in the intestine as opposed to the stomach, so that you're getting optimal absorption and minimal aftertaste. Although I really wouldn't mind tasting orange, clove, thyme, and frankincense, but it does have that precision delivery system of enteric coating. A little bit more on longevity, because this is such a superior product. Longevity is a potent blend of therapeutic grade essential oils. Programs the body to produce higher quantities of antioxidants, which I thought was really interesting when we were putting this together, because it's allowing the body to produce more antioxidants as well as delivering antioxidant oils to the body. So it's kind of like a Kickstarter. It helps to combat free radical damage, and of course it's the free radicals that cause aging, so the antioxidants combat those. It slows the negative effects that are associated with growing older. It contains 90% limonene, which is the anti-mutagenic or DNA protecting constituent in the citrus oils. It's anti-tumoral, which means that it shrinks tumors and it keeps tumors from forming, and it has anti-cancerous attributes as well. So that all has to do with that that limonene that's found in the citrus oils. It reduces stickiness of blood cells. Stickiness of blood cells can be caused by a lot of different factors, mostly environmental, and of course the foods that we eat, or if we smoke or anything like that, that's going to cause sticky blood cells, and they don't get oxygenated properly. So you can take longevity, and it'll bring those blood cells apart and whole and round and healthy. It decreases joint pain and swelling, and it supports normal cell regeneration and healthy immune function. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is sulfurzyme, and this is the number 2 thing that I would not be without. And just to let you know, the 4 things that I don't think I could live without would be longevity, sulfurzyme, multigreens, and my Ningxia Red, of course. And we're going to talk about Ningxia Red in a minute. But sulfurzyme is very, very effective against rheumatoid arthritis. It's a natural pain reliever. It's full of MSM, which is very, very good for relieving pain. It reduces inflammation. It supports the immune system. It preserves framework of connective tissue. And of course, it supports skin, hair, nails, and joints. And when I'm taking 2 heaping teaspoons of sulfurzyme a day, I have no skin issues. It also contains the wolfberry. I take it, there's 2 kinds. This is the capsules that you're seeing here in the picture, but we also have the powder. And I'll tell you why I like the powder better, and it's just my own personal choice. But I like the powder because I take 2 heaping teaspoons and about 2 to 3 ounces of Ningxia Red in the morning, and I stir it up, and then I add about 2 or 3 more ounces of water, and I drink that, and I kind of swish it around in my mouth so that sulfurzyme gets absorbed immediately in the buccal cavity of the mouth. It gets in the bloodstream almost immediately, and it's much more absorbable. If you take the capsules, for example, 2 heaping teaspoons in capsules would be, I would be taking 8 to 12 capsules or more a day, and my body's got to digest the veggie cap, the capsule that it's in. So why not just go straight to the powder, get it in my bloodstream, and call it a day, as opposed to taking all those capsules. And a lot of people don't like to take a lot of pills, if you will. So, but if you don't like the taste of the sulfurzyme, this is a good way to take the sulfurzyme. You just take the capsules. Another product that's very, very good, especially for people who are heavy meat eaters, people who are eating packaged foods, those things that are causing an acid environment. Acid causes cancer. An acid environment is a perfect host for cancer cell growth. So what you want to do is you want to alkalize your body. And alkaline will do that. It's acid neutralizing. It preserves the body's pH level. It boosts blood alkalinity. It fights fungus and yeast, because again, fungus and yeast infections grow wonderfully in an acid environment. Alkalizing foods would be your green leafies. There's a lot of foods that cause acid. So, and you can go out and Google for a list of acid-causing foods. People who have high acid reflux, they tend to have a pH level that's more acid than alkaline. So alkaline would be a great adjunct to their diet. I would recommend taking alkaline 1 teaspoonful in the evening before going to bed. A lot of people get acid reflux before they go to bed or when they lay down. That acid comes up through from the stomach into the esophagus, and they taste that, and it burns. And so alkaline will reduce that acidity. It helps reduce the following signs of acid-based yeast and fungus dominance. If you have fatigue, low energy, aches and pains, overweight conditions, poor immune function, allergies, headaches, candida, irritability or mood swings, indigestion, which is acid reflux, colitis or ulcers, diarrhea or constipation, urinary tract infections, you may have an acid body or have yeast growing in your gut. Two oils that are included in alkaline are lemon and lime essential oils, and these are very alkalizing as well. Alkaline is a powder. Okay, let's talk about some oils that are very, very good for supporting bone health. Idaho balsam fir essential oils. This is one of my husband's very favorite oils. If he's been out working in the yard, hauling dirt, or just working hard and his muscles get sore, he'll fill a bath and he'll sprinkle Idaho balsam fir all in that bath, and it really helps with his muscles. It's a conifer oil distilled in northern Idaho, and it really smells wonderfully refreshing, and it has a relaxing scent. It's highly anti-inflammatory. It's effective for muscular and rheumatic pain, so if you have been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, balsam fir would be a great adjunct to your daily regimen. Idaho balsam fir has an approximate ORAC of 205,000, and the ORAC is the method of measuring antioxidant capacities of different foods. So it's highly antioxidant. Another oil that comes out of South America is copaiba, and this is very powerful. It supports the body's natural response to injury or irritation. It contains the highest amounts of beta-caryophyllene, and beta-caryophyllene is the constituent that is anti-inflammatory in action. It's 55% beta-caryophyllene. So it creates an anti-inflammatory action. And we've also found that copaiba actually accentuates any other oil that you use it with. So for example, if you have lower back pain, or you have joint pain, you have hip pain, you have rheumatoid arthritis in your hands, you would probably want to use Panaway and then layer it with copaiba because of its high anti-inflammatory action and the ability to accentuate or accelerate the anti-inflammatory properties of the Panaway. You really get kind of a double whammy, if you will. Deep Relief Roll-On. This relieves muscle soreness and tension. It's excellent for neck and shoulder discomfort. It is anti-inflammatory, and it's great because it has a roll-on applicator. So a lot of people use this for neck pain, shoulder pain. They just open the cap and rub it all up and down their neck and shoulders. It's a blend of peppermint, lemon, Idaho balsam fir, copaiba, those two we just talked about, clove, which has eugenol in it, so it's great for pain relief, wintergreen, anti-inflammatory, heliochrysum, good for connective tissue, vetiver, and palo santo. All of these are just incredible oils, and to have them all blended synergistically in this roll-on, it's really, really convenient. Relieve It Oil Blend. This is a oil blend that I really recommend for massage therapists who have people who come in with a lot of deep tissue pain. If they're doing deep tissue work on them, this particular oil blend is deeply relaxing. It's warming to the muscles. It's soothing and comforting to the muscles and the joints. It combats deep tissue pain, helps rejuvenate tissue, and it's highly anti-inflammatory. It has spruce, black pepper, peppermint, and hyssop. And an oil that I always recommend massage therapists have on hand is black pepper as well, because as a single oil, because it is so effective for deep tissue pain. Not only do massage therapists use OrthoEase, but people, just at home, they can have their OrthoEase massage oil to rub all over their body, especially if they have tired, stressed bodies. It's great for the legs, the calf muscles. If you're doing a lot of lifting, like you're working out in the gym, something nice to do after you go home and take a shower or whatever is just to massage your body with Ortho Ease. It's very, very effective in combating damaging effects of everyday activities. It's calming. It leaves you feeling relaxed and refreshed. It's a good overall body massage oil, and it's a must-have for athletes. One of the great things about Ortho Ease is this beautiful synergistic blend of essential oils, which is wintergreen, juniper, marjoram, very, very effective for smooth muscle tissue. It has red thyme, vetiver, peppermint, eucalyptus globulus, eucalyptus radiata, and lemongrass. And it smells wonderful. And we use this with the raindrop technique, which we'll be talking about in just a moment. Aroma Seas oil blend, another one that is part of the raindrop technique, which we'll be speaking about. This is great for promoting circulation. This is your first choice for muscle spasms. Another one you can use for muscle spasms is lavender. Lavender is effective as well. But this is your first choice. You can apply it to tight, inflamed, and aching muscles, so I recommend this for massage therapists as well. You can use on areas of injury and fatigue, and it provides soothing comfort for stress headaches. I forget to recommend this for people who have stress headaches. I don't know how effective it is for migraines, but if you have it on hand, you might want to try it if you do suffer from migraines. It has basil in it, which promotes mental clarity. Marjoram, again, for promoting relaxing smooth muscle tissue. Lavender, remember we mentioned lavender was for muscle spasms, and that's probably why it's in the Aroma Seas. Peppermint is anti-inflammatory, and cypress increases circulation. So all of those together just makes for a wonderful, wonderful blend of oils. Aroma Seas, that's how you pronounce that. And here's Panaway. I'd mentioned Panaway when I was talking about Copaiba. Panaway eases tight and sore muscles. It soothes sore joints and ligaments. This is what I recommend. I have a friend that's coming over for dinner tonight, and he suffers from rheumatoid arthritis in his hands, and so I recommend Panaway and then layering it with Copaiba. It also relieves tension. It stimulates and revitalizes the immune function, increases circulation, accelerates healing, and it's the first choice for bone injuries. So if you've had bone injuries, Panaway is the oil to use. And notice it has helichrysum, wintergreen, clove with that eugenol in it for pain, and peppermint. Both peppermint and wintergreen are highly anti-inflammatory. Okay, let's talk a minute about the raindrop technique. It is a safe, non-invasive technique available for spinal health. Young Living's raindrop technique is known for its ability to kill viruses and bacterial pathogens. It reduces inflammation, supports the immune system, relieves body and joint discomfort. It alleviates or resolves scoliosis. That's what it was originally, I think it was originally created for the treatment of scoliosis. It's very effective for chronic back pain. My daughter was in a car accident, and she was in a lot of lower back pain, and I gave her one raindrop technique, and she was about 50% in less pain, and then I gave her another one, and she was in less pain. So depending on the degree of injury is totally dependent on how many raindrops your body may need, like weekly or monthly or whatever. And you can just have a couple of raindrops throughout the year just for, supporting your health. It also alleviates or resolves kyphosis, and we talked about that earlier. It relieves stress, boosts the immune system, improves the emotional state, reduces pain and inflammation. We use it in cases of autoimmune deficiency disorders. You can use it, like I said, just for overall general health. It is very, very effective in killing bacterial and viral infections. I've used it also in the treatment of shingles. It's very, very effective for shingles because shingles is a virus. And I believe that there are essential oils that can kill viruses, and those essential oils would be the ones that are included in the raindrop technique kit. You'll see here that it includes the ortho-ease that we talked about earlier, and then the V6 mixing oil, which is a blend of 6 organic vegetable oils with no essential oils in there. So, but you want to use that in case you need to kind of calm down some of the oils, because oregano, which is in the raindrop technique, can be a little hot, maybe irritating to the tissue, and if you need to cut down on the irritation, you were going to use the V6 mixing oil. We also have thyme in there. The aromaseeds is part of that raindrop technique kit. We have wintergreen, Valor, which is known for the treatment of scoliosis and for supporting the, we call it the chiropractor in the bottle because it supports the musculoskeletal system. Basil is in there, marjoram, we talked about marjoram and how it's effective with muscles, peppermint and cypress. Just a real great array of bone enhancing oils. Okay, you can't talk about the systems of the musculoskeletal system. You can't talk about the musculoskeletal system without talking about Ningxia Red, because Ningxia Red supports every system of the body. It's a super-infused, nutrient-dense food that contains the wolfberry, which is the highest known antioxidant nutrient. People who consume this live fruit live free of common degenerative diseases like arthritis. I believe that Ningxia Red was one of the main nutritional supplements that I started taking that helped in healing my back. I really believe that because it's highly anti-inflammatory, which is not mentioned in this, but it is. It's very anti-inflammatory. Blueberry juice is very effective for supporting urinary tract health. Also can reverse many signs of aging. Orange essential oil is in here, same thing with lemon oil, and both of those prevent cellular mutation and improve immune function because they've been shown to increase the white blood cell count, and we know that the bone marrow is where those white blood cells are formed. Raspberry juice is in there, contains a vital anti-aging nutrient, and pomegranate juice, which prevents heart disease. We know that pomegranate juice is very antioxidant, and apricot juice, which strengthens the blood vessels. It has vitamin A and rutin in it, very strengthening to the cardiovascular system. Ningxia Wolfberry Powerhouse includes 17 trace elements, 4 major minerals. Notice the calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which are all very integral to bone health. It has 6 glyconutrient essential sugars, which help with cell-to-cell communication, and 18 amino acids. Amino acids are proteins, and we need proteins to build strong bones. Just 1 ounce of Ningxia Red has the antioxidant power of all of these things, folks. 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 8 oranges, 1 pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of beets, 2 cups of beet juice, 3 cups of raspberries, 2 cups of blueberries. It's got more beta-carotene in it than carrots and more vitamin C than oranges. It has 6 essential fatty acids. It has vitamins B1, B2, B6, and vitamin E, not to mention a bunch of other things. But this is just 1 ounce. 1 ounce. That little bitty glass there by that bottle. 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. So I take 2 to 3 ounces. I'm eating a lot of carrots. Your 5 steps to healthy bones. First of all, step 1, set up your own wholesale account with Start Living with Ningxia Red kit. Step 2, set up a savings and free product account, your Essential Rewards program. Step 3, discuss your 90-day health plan with the person who is sharing this presentation with you. Step 4, set up your next order on your Essential Rewards program. And step 5, let's talk when your order arrives, so that you can be reminded of, what's for, used for what and why. Why did I order this? Well, that's because, we want to combat osteoporosis or whatever. So let's just go through each step separately. First of all, if you are not already a wholesale buyer, let's set up a wholesale account. And the way that we can do this, there's a number of ways, but this is one way. You can purchase the Start Living with Ningxia Red collection, which includes 4 liters of Ningxia Red, 10 bonus travel packs, a bonus bottle of lavender, and a bonus bottle of peppermint, a 50% off coupon on a diffuser, and you will save 24% on all future Young Living products. By getting this this collection at the wholesale price, you will get a retail savings of $81.98. So it doesn't make sense to purchase your products at retail. It really doesn't. I encourage everyone to purchase their products at wholesale. And once you purchase a collection like this, you're a wholesale buyer for the rest of your life. Step 2 we mentioned was setting up your Essential Rewards program. Here's some of the benefits of setting up an Essential Rewards program. First of all, the first 6 months that you're on Essential Rewards, and what Essential Rewards basically is it's receiving product every month, product that you need, product that you're going to use, and an opportunity to try new products. You're going to receive 10% rebate. It kind of goes in a piggy bank at Young Living for every order that you order in the Essential Rewards program. You can enjoy reduced shipping costs by ordering under the Essential Rewards program. You get discounted pricing on exclusive product packages, and you never run out of products to ensure that your 90-day health plan is a success. If you are trying to support your bone health and you need to take your SuperCal every day, well, there's 120 capsules in a regular bottle of SuperCal, and if you're taking 2 capsules a day, which is a serving size, then that particular bottle is going to last you, what, 2 months? Yeah, because you're taking 60 a month and there's 120 in a bottle. So in 2 months on your Essential Rewards, you're going to want to order your SuperCal again. After you've been on the Essential Rewards for 6 months, in the 7th month, the rebate goes up to 15%. And of course that goes in your piggy bank as well. And then after 1 year, that goes up to 20%, and it stays at 20% for the rest of your life. I receive 20% in free products every month, every single month that I put in an order through my Essential Rewards. So step 3 is to set up your 90-day health plan. This is just a suggestion depending on what your issues are. But if you're really serious about bone health, you're going to want to look at things like sulfurzyme, your BLM for bones, ligaments, and muscles, your calcium intake to prevent or treat osteoporosis, and maybe you want to start out by trying the Deep Relief Roll-On for neck, shoulder, and back and upper back pain. So your first order of these 4 items would be a wholesale price of $139, and it's going to give you a 10% rebate in your savings plan of $13.90. So that's going to accumulate over the months. You don't have to spend that right away. You just let that accumulate. And then in your 2nd month, the possible things that you might want to order is you're going to reorder your BLM, because I think I want to say there's 30 capsules in the BLM, but I'm not sure. There may be 60, and it's recommended that you take 2. You also want to take your longevity, and we talked about that, and that's one of the ones that I won't live without. And then you might want to try the Panaway. And then this way, too, you're kind of building up your little arsenal. And what you're intuitively led to one day or the other, you'll have that there. This is a wholesale price of $137.25, giving you a rebate on that order of $13.72. So now, if you added those two rebates together, you've got about $27 that you can spend in your third month on another product if you'd like. Maybe you want to try the shampoo and conditioner. Maybe you want to try the toothpaste. Maybe you want to try the Thieves essential oils, for other issues that you might be dealing with. So you have this free product money set aside in that piggy bank at Young Living. Okay, and then Essential Rewards option month 3. By this time, you're going to need to replenish your Ningxia Red. So you're going to put 2 bottles of Ningxia Red on your Essential Rewards order. And you might want to get a raindrop technique kit so that you can bring it to your massage therapist and have her apply the raindrop oils, especially if you're suffering from scoliosis, osteoporosis, any autoimmune deficiency disorders, lower back pain, the things that we talked about earlier. This and then you get these wonderful oils in here that you can use on a daily basis. Valor, I recommend using to support this musculoskeletal system every single day. I'd say either put a couple of 4 to 6 drops on each foot before you leave home. It helps to balance the energy in the body. Or you can put 1 or 2 drops on the wrist. Hold your wrist together. It's very, very supporting emotionally and, again, for the musculoskeletal system. Chiropractor in a bottle, remember. So that would be a recommendation. This isn't, you don't have to stick with this. This is just a recommendation. This is a wholesale price of $192, which gives you Essential Rewards savings of $19.20. So now we're up to what, 27, 40, almost $50 in free products after 3 months of being on Essential Rewards. And remember, that goes up to 15% after 6 months on Essential Rewards. There are so many products in Young Living's product guide, which you get when you get your Ningxia Red collection, if that's the way you start. There's over 400 products to choose from, and they're all life-giving, life-enhancing products. So you're going to start thinking about swapping out some of those things that are not so life-giving, maybe some of the chemicals under your kitchen sink, or maybe some of the products in your medicine chest like laxatives or antacids or whatever, and take that money and spend it on things that are really going to start assisting your body and healing itself. Okay, so step 4, Essential Rewards Program, your 90-day health plan. Month 1 is 30 days, month 2 is 60 days, and month 3 is your 90 days. So in 90 days, you should have an appreciable difference in your health. You should be experiencing pain-free days. You should be experiencing increased energy, increased immunity. Things that were chronic and bothering you should start falling away now. And here's the 10% rebate total from those 90 days. Like I said, almost $50, $46.82. Step 5, when your order arrives, call the person who helped you set up your 90-day health plan and talk about how you feel and, some of the issues that you may or may not be having. Just, sharing those testimonials with the person that shared with you why they got started with Young Living. I think the support that we get from one another is integral to better health. We want to have the kind of health and vitality that we had maybe in our younger years, and we want to welcome you to Young Living, enjoying a healthier life with vitality. I'm going to open it up for questions at this time, so I'm unmuting everyone. I want you to let me know what you thought of the presentation. Okay, everybody is unmuted.